Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I'm working on the DIY kit from By the Well for God that goes along with the Together Devotional Kit. This is the acrylic cover DIY with mini tassel. And so as you see here, I have a little sleeve, a plastic sleeve full of beads. These are just random beads that I had in my stash, but I'm going to come to that in a second. Right now, I'm making sure where to hole punch these verse cards because that's what I'm deciding to put in this little acrylic cover. Now, originally I thought I would have those verse cards over a little bit more centered. However, the way the holes are, you really want to push it all the way to the left. So I am measuring this verse card on this plastic sleeve that I have. This is actually some old stamp holders that I had in my stash. I never actually moved all my stamps over to, but it works great with this fuse tool. So this will just melt the plastic in a little line and make sure that the beads stay in. I have not used this fuse tool or made a shaker card in forever, and I forgot how fun it can be. So you can add little tiny beads like I had here, or you can add sequins or even paper ephemera could be used in there. So now that it is all fused together, I'm going to cut the excess away and I will punch out little holes that correlate or correspond with my verse cards in with my little crocodile tool, and I will add eyelets to them as well. That way the beads aren't falling out of those holes. It'll crimp it and make sure that they stay in that little bag. Now, unfortunately, this DIY kit did sell out quite fast. However, I believe that By the Well for God is planning on restocking some in the future. So be on the lookout for that. Here I am with my crocodile pinching those eyelets together. And now I have that fun little shaker card that I'm going to place behind my clear acrylic cover. These are the acrylic covers right here. They do have a protective paper over them. If you have a needle or a craft knife, it's going to make it a lot easier to peel that protective layer off. But anyways, I just wanted to show you what it'll look like with that tag behind it. I will use that one verse card as a template for the rest of the verse cards to make sure I line up all those holes in the same place so that they look nice and uniform together, but I'm not going to show you that because it takes forever. I also will round all my corners, but I will show you that in a little bit. So here I am using my little craft knife and I'm just peeling this all off. Now one side is just one nice peel off. The other one has that indentation for the postage stamp, so that's going to take a couple pulls on that one, but fairly simple, especially using a craft knife or needle for that. Now that I have both covers nice and clean without the protective paper on it, I just wanted to get a feel for what this shaker card is going to look like behind that clear cover, and I'm really happy with how it all turned out. So I'm just going to get a look and put these rings together. Now, like I said, I don't have all the verse cards punched out yet, but it's just a fun little shaker behind everything. So this is the next day. I did do all the verse cards, but I didn't film because you don't need to see me punch corners and holes for all these, but this is kind of what it looks like. I'm really happy with it all. And now we're going to turn to working on the DIY mini tassel. So I have a couple of different fabrics here. That purple plaid one actually came with the kit, so I'm going to use that one. And I'm just looking at what yarns that came with the kit that I want to use on my tassel. I want to keep it fairly simple, so I'm basically just using some purples and a little bit of the peach there. And so I'm just going to start tying these on that top ring. So I've had this little polka dot fabric probably in my stash for over 6 years. It's from Hobby Lobby originally. I should get some more because I think it's really cute. And then this purple plaid that came along with the basic kit from By the Well for God. And then this ribbon is one that I dyed myself with some oxide ink pads. And so I just use cracked pistachio and a little bit of evergreen bough, and it works perfectly with the colors of this kit. So now I will tie also these little yarns on here. I decided on just one purple and one coral one, and then I'm going to trim these all up so that they're a little bit more even. Now I decided to give these verse cards to a lady that is in our community group at church. She has been such an encouragement to me, and so I'm hoping that this will also be an encouragement to her. She was recently sick, and so I hope this brightens her day. I think verse cards are a great little gift for things like that, for even teacher gifts. If you have a Christian school that you send your kids to or whatnot. But they're just fun little gifts. I did want to add a little bit of something to the top acrylic cover, and so I decided on this label that has Matthew 28:20, and it says, "And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age." And so I'm using this red score tape, and I'm going to add that to the top and align it up with the label underneath it as well. And you won't be able to see any oozing on the back side either because it's just red score tape. So that works great on these acrylic covers. So next off, I wanted to customize this little tassel on the side. And so at first, the other night, I made some Shrinky Dinks with the stamp set. This is the kit stamp, and I just stamped it with StazOn ink, and also used some Sharpie creative markers to color it in, and they worked wonderfully. And so now I'm going to spell out her name and make a little tag to put on the side with my fabric. Now I am stamping this with some StazOn ink. That's the ink that you're going to want to use if you use Shrinky Dinks. However, my StazOn is very old and drying up, and so I have to make sure I stamp it really well and get all that ink in, and still there was some stuff missing in there. And so what's great about these Sharpie acrylic markers is you can just fill them in. So they work wonders for that. I am going to cut this out. As you see, I did this twice because I decided that I wanted my eaves facing up like they were supposed to, and not just flat. So that's why you see her name twice there. And I will punch a hole out with the hole punch and then set it in my oven, 325 for 2 to 3 minutes basically until it flattens back out, and you'll see how small it shrinks. It's adorable. But anyways, I just wanted to add a little thing to the back side before I put this in the oven because I'm waiting for it to heat up. And so I'm just going to add Love Taryn and put that on the back side. This is with a Tombow Funonosuke brush pen, but you can use whatever. It really doesn't matter. I've just been using these a lot lately because they work great in my Hobonichi planner. And so that's what I had on my desk. So I just grabbed it. And I love these little labels. These were part of the extra goodies that came alongside this kit. So it was part of the little goodie bag. So I'll add that on top so she can remember who it's from. And then I'm going to the oven. Okay, so this is how cute and little it turned out. I will put it on a bullpen. I did forget to mention that this is using the Helper Alpha. This Alpha was released alongside this kit, so I believe you can still pick it up from By the Well. I don't think it's sold out yet, and it also comes with a little number stamp set as well. So now I've added that to my little tassel bob. I decided to come in with some extra beads because why not? It matches my little shaker card in there. So I will add that to the bullpen as well, and then reconnect this to my verse cards. And then guys, this little project will be complete. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I'll try to link everything I use down below in the description, and I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.